Top Fuel champion Antron Brown, first win of the season, second race of the season. 42 career wins. Brian and Mark look like they really had a handle on that car today. Where do you want to start? Let's start with Pomona. What happened there?
Pomona, we just went out there and a new combination that we've been working with. It just got real aggressive on us. That's all. And we're still going to keep on playing with it, working on it, and getting some bugs worked out on it. But we came in this race and we came with a game plan. Like we're still trying to get it to work out with our 6 discs. But then on Saturday we went back to what we know because it wasn't cooperating like we wanted it to. So we put our 5 disc setup back in from last year on Saturday. So we had one good run there, and then we came back with a 76 the second run, and we know we had the car where we wanted to be at. And then the first round eliminations today threw us a little curveball because for some reason we have a part that was hurt on our car, so our car shouldn't have went to 82. It should have went. We were shooting for like a 76. It just was down on power. We came back and we readjusted that, and we came out against Langdon in the second round, and the car ran right what we wanted to run. We're trying to run 76, 77. It yielded us a 77, and it gave us what we needed to get that win. And then in the semifinals, we just backed it off a little bit. Track got hotter, and it slowed up a little bit, and it gave us enough to get around Doug. And the final, the track came back down, and Brian and Mark just did what they did. They just tinkered with this, they tweaked that, and the boys put the car back flawlessly like they've been doing every round. And we were able to pick up a couple of places where we were slow at the round before, and the car just performed flawless, and it went out there and won a 75 in the final, and it gave us what we needed to get that win.
Did you think anything about the fact that you're racing Brittany Force in the final round, first time a Don Schumacher car and a John Force car had run in a Top Fuel final, and you know she's going to be around for a long time to come? Absolutely.
She's off. She's in our young stage of her career, and she's getting better and better, and you could tell that. That's how she got to the final. The car was on point where it was just consistent all day, and that's what got her those round wins. And I didn't look about who I race. Like, I know I'm racing John Force, and you know they could step up, and they did step up. They won a 79 in the final, so the car is definitely getting better. And we're not taking any of them lightly. I mean, look at me. We qualified with a 76, and that put us 5th on the qualifying chart. So you can see how tight our field is. None of these teams are coming out here playing games. It's not recess no more. School is in, and you better have your thinking caps on, and you better be ready to go out there and do the work. And when we could line up with her, I look at her not being a female, not because, you know, she's a sophomore in the deal. I look at her as a tough, top competitor. And I'm going to give her my A+ game like I give everybody else. Because if not, when you have your pants down, trust me, they'll pull your underwear off. And you don't want to see me with my underwear off, do you, AR?
No, I definitely
All right,
don't.
Let's making sure. Make the whole room dark.
Bobby has an underwear question.
No.
That'd be a new moon.
Actually, you said that you were concerned with her, but did you realize that in like 7 runs she had run within 300ths of one another the whole weekend?
Oh, absolutely.
Now, when you run a driver that's that brutally consistent, do you worry that the least little mistake could bite you?
Well, that's the whole name of the game. We've have won races in the past by not being the fastest car, but being the most consistent. And the other teams go up there and they screw up. And that's one thing that we did not want to do on ourselves, is hit ourselves in the foot. And I got a lot of confidence when we get to those points in a race and we get later rounds. As rounds go on, our team gets stronger and stronger. Like, we have a great final round kick all the time, and we have to step up to the plate. We step up to the plate, and that's what we had to do. With them, they had nothing to lose in that final round. They made it to the final round. They didn't run no 82 or 83 in the final, did they? Or 81 or 80. They went a 79. So now they're making the small tweaks, and the car is responding. So they're going to get more deadly and deadly. And trust me, last thing I want to do is lose. I hate losing. Every driver, every team hates losing. So that's why you can't sleep on them. She was a strong competitor all day, and we were not taking them lightly at all. And you can't. It's got cash on the side. That's John Force Racing. You know what I mean? So we're going after them just like we do everybody else.
You've won in exactly half of your trips to Phoenix. Is there anything to this particular track that amounts to your success?
My good old grandmom, you know, it's her 81st birthday. It's always her birthday every time we come here. And you know, this is the Indian ground. So my great grandma passed away a few years ago, full blood Lenape Indian. So maybe it's the Indians talking to us. I'm just joking, but you know, I don't know. But the thing about it is, we just love coming to Phoenix. We love coming to Phoenix, and this place has always been great to us, and it's always an aggressive track. And they revamped it Wild Horse Passes did a phenomenal job on it, and I mean, I get amped up every time I come here. We had some bad mishaps here, some tragedy here. We had a lot of great wins here, but I think this is why this place really holds a special place in my heart for what we've been through here and what we have accomplished here. It's definitely one of my tracks that's close to me too, and our whole team.
I want to ask you one more thing. Let's go back to the run with Sean Langdon. Last second lane swap. I know that the crew chiefs a lot of times get nervous about that. What about as a driver? You're amped up, ready to go, and they go, turn on the blinker.
Honestly, I'm gonna be dead honest with you, and it's like, to me, a lane's a lane. Only thing I can do is just try to keep it straight and smooth and hit the tree. And when they swapped, I was like, all right, ain't no big deal. I mean, we went down both lanes, and the left lane was the lane of choice earlier today, and it's so hard because you judge the track by what you see cars do in front of you. And we did the same thing in the semifinals when we raced Coletta. But obviously that lane wasn't bad either because he went out there and went a 79. So it's just preference. It makes the crew chief feel better, and it's like they have to feel confident, confident and comfortable, so they don't second guess themselves, and that makes them feel better. They know what's going on. We got Dave Fletcher, and he walks back and forth and checks out the track. And he knows what's going on. So our crew chiefs rely on him, and they made the right call because they gave us that extra 100 to get the win. So switching lanes don't really bother me as a driver. I mean, it's black, it's straight, and we're going to get it on.
Anything else, Randall?
Anything to top that.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Did I have you at hello?
You had me there.